I hope everybody is well. At the moment, you may have all noticed that you are muted. You're not able to share your video. This is for safeguarding. My name is Dave. I'm one of the developers here. I'm joined with Kiara.
Hello.
What do you do with us? What do you do at Redgate, Kiara?
I am not one of the developers. I'm a product manager, which means I work very closely with Dave, but he does all the hard work.
Far too kind. Okay, and today I'm also joined with my daughter Betty. Sorry, I just got told off for that, didn't I?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I'm clearly going to get in trouble later for this. Okay, so I'm hoping you're all here to learn a bit of Scratch. Today we are going to be looking, at this, that the cat is going to go skiing. This is session number 8. They've gone really quickly. They're going really well. So if you've been on one of these before, hopefully it's familiar. If you haven't, please use the chat channel within Zoom. So within Zoom, you should see the option to chat, I hope.
Which screen is being shared?
The what, sorry?
Yeah, that's right.
The one.
Just put any questions you have in there and then I'll make sure that Dave sees them.
Yeah, so the Kiara asked, but it's okay to ask for us to speed up, to slow down. If you're not certain, just ask. It's going to be lots of fun. But if you do get stuck, do shout. So the first thing is, we need some links, don't we? So in the chat, the first link I'm going to share, this is the link which has the instructions. Yep. And then the second link, this is for the scratch pad itself. So, and the scratch pad is the thing you can see. So there are the 2 links. Okay, so I'm hoping everyone has got Scratch Goes Skiing thing in front of them. It should be similar to this. For those of you who know, you can create an account. If you have, great. If you haven't, it doesn't matter. If you have done it, then make sure you do save often. I don't have an account open or logged in today, so I'm just going to go with the flow, I guess.
Freestyle.
Freestyle, that's the word.
Really?
Okay, I'm hoping everyone's got this and everybody is about ready. So the idea of today is we have our Scratch Cat over here and we are going to put him in a game, and the game is where he's gonna
go skiing.
He's going skiing
and he has to dodge all the obstacles.
He has to dodge the obstacles, otherwise he's gonna get a bit bruised, I guess. I've never seen a cat ski.
I have, right here.
Fine, but not in the world, I meant. I guess they don't find the any gloves when he skis that fit cats, who knows. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do, we should already have, can you remember what these things are called in the bottom corner?
Sprites.
Sprites, yes. So in the right hand side we have our sprites pane, and with there should be one sprite which is called Skiing Cat. Okay, Skiing Cat is the thing we're going to work with, but actually the first thing we need to do is make it a bit more obvious that this is a ski slope. We've got the right colour for snow, but you can't really tell it's a slope.
No. Maybe do like a very pale sort of grey colour.
That's exactly what we're going to do. So a lot of the time with the backdrops, we've been able to find the correct backdrop. We can't do that this time. So this time,
we're going to make our own.
We are going to all make our own. So within the Scratch screen, Scratch pad, at the bottom right, you should have the option to choose a backdrop, which I've currently got highlighted. We would normally search, wouldn't we?
Yeah, but because there isn't one that's suitable for this,
we're going to
make our own.
And do you know which one it is?
Paintbrush.
The paintbrush. That's it. So Here we have got. Oh, sorry. How do you get to the initial project up? If you have a look, Anna, the link above. I'll just copy it again for you. If you click on that link, that should get you there. So just give you a couple of seconds to get there. Okay, and then when you are there, oh, you can't see the link. Can anybody, I'm just going to write the word hello.
It's all right, Dave. I think I know what the problem is. I think when we sent those before, we just sent it to ourselves rather than to everyone. So I will just resend those links. So this is the first link that I've put in is just to the instructions. And then the link here is to the actual scratch itself.
Good spot, yes.
Hopefully, Anna, you should all see that now, and Eve as well.
Okay, so yes, as Kiara said, thank you for that. The second link she shared, which starts with http //rpf.io. It's that one, not the one with projects.raspberry Pi. That's just the instructions. It's the second one. So hopefully we are all able to see the same screen which I'm sharing. And the first thing we have to do is add our background. Thank you. We're going to go to the bottom right, which says choose a backdrop.
We're not going to do that. We're going to paint our own and be creative.
That's right. There's no option to search for one because it doesn't exist. So we're going to go to the one with the little paintbrush icon, which is called Paint.
I would have never known.
Okay. Hopefully, you now are seeing a screen similar to mine. We're going to have to draw and colour. Now, I tried this the other day and it was a bit fiddly. So I think there's one of two ways to get this to work. The first thing is I'm just going to try the fill colour.
You need to make it a light grey.
Are you saying snow is not purple?
It could be.
Fine, we're going to go purple. So we can see this fill box at the moment on my screen, at least it's purple. I'm going to click on that. And I'm going to go. How do I make that grey?
You need to go to the brightness.
Saturation.
Oh, saturation.
It's the saturation. So we make the saturation 0, and that should, I hope, get rid of all of the colour. Yeah. And then, as you can see, the brightness actually now shows us a grayscale. Yeah. And we're going to go, I don't want it dark because it'll look yucky, it's still snow, but.
That's good.
Do you like that one?
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm not sure what those colours are. You don't need to match it. Oh, actually, there are numbers. Colour 69, saturation 0, brightness 88. As I said, I don't think anyone needs to match that. It's not that important. No. Okay. The next thing we have to do is give ourselves some space in, we have to fill in the space we have in order to colour it in. Does that make sense? Is that weird? Yeah. So at the moment we just have a nothingness, and we can see hopefully this lighter and darker squared box in front of us. That actually signifies transparency. But this isn't art, so I'm not going to go into that. I'm going to choose the rectangle icon.
Does the paint tool still not work then?
No, I mean it could be we could colour it in manually maybe, but no. We're going to use that.
Get rid of the outline because then it gives it a black outline, which would look a bit weird if it's snow.
Ah, thank you.
That is that one.
Yes, okay. So we're also going to get rid of the outline. So beside fill, there is outline, drop down box, and the one with the red line.
Yes,
yeah,
that's it.
Which basically means don't want it.
Yes.
Cross it out.
Yeah.
No thanks. Okay. Right, that's looking good now, and I'm going to with my rectangle selected, I'm going to draw a box pretty much the same size, even if it's slightly bigger
That looks good.
than the square we have. Yeah, and we can actually see in our preview up here, Scratch Cat has now got a light grey background. So
It doesn't look like a slope though, does it?
no, let's do that. So
We need to get, should we draw lines like
yeah,
that?
we are now going to draw some lines.
Yay, my favourite. Get rid of the outline.
Well, we need the outline, don't we, for this? If it's just a line.
Oh yeah. I know, but can we make it a dark grey?
We'll have to change the colour. Yeah, it doesn't want to be black, it'd be yucky. So within our tools here, one of them just looks like a forward slash, really. It indicates a line. So I'm going to click on line, and at the top we have this thing called outline. And again, I'm going to move the saturation all the way to 0. And again, this gives us grayscale. I'm going to then change the brightness. So it's probably a bit darker. So there we are. What have I chosen this time? 0, 0, and 70. We're happy with that?
Yeah.
And with those selected, I'm going to click in some space. Now, I'm hoping you can see my mouse clearly. If you can't, please say. I'm going to start quite near the bottom edge. Actually, I'm going to probably go over the canvas. So I'm going to start outside the box. Spooky.
It's like thinking outside the box.
And I've got the left mouse button held down, and I'm still holding it. And as I move the mouse, I can make this line stretchier or longer and change the angle. But I haven't let go. My finger is still on the mouse button. So that's going to come up to about there. And I'm going to let go, and it stays there. So as we can see, the bottom from the edge to the line is really narrow. And up here, it gets wider, absolutely. So is that the slope done?
No, it needs the other side as well.
It does need the other side. So exactly the same thing. Click the dot. Mouse button held down. And it doesn't matter if it's the same, it's just what looks about right to you. Yeah. Are you happy with that or not?
Yeah, it's pretty symmetrical.
Okay. Oh, in fact, we can see in our Scratch demo, we can see the lines coming up. So maybe they're even a bit too straight. Not that it matters too much, I think. I mean, we could always select it.
No, I like it.
Oh, you like it, do you?
Yes.
Okay, I will leave it alone then and stop playing. Okay. Just give everyone a second to catch up. Okay, now the second problem, of course, is our cat is right in the middle of the screen, and for this game we need him quite near the top. So we can go back to the code view. Where's code, Bethany?
Oh, it's you go right at the top there.
Top left.
Background.
Yep. So we click back on code, and we should be taken to this screen. Now, we're going to add some code here.
Okay. Can we make it move?
We will do eventually, but I think the first thing is we need to get the cat in the right place.
Oh yeah.
So in order to do that, what do we have to do?
You need to go onto events.
Ah, you've missed a step.
Have I?
Yeah. If we go to events, that will apply it to the entire project.
Oh no, you click on the cat first.
Click on the cat, this one?
Yeah. No, on the sprite box.
Ah, I'm being difficult, it's okay. So we'll click on the cat because what we're going to do... Oh, sorry.
To make sure you'll see it over here. Why is your mouse moving so fast? No control over it.
Right. So yes, the fact we've got it selected is also indicated up here.
Yeah.
Because what we want to do is move the cat, not move the entire project, although I don't think it would even give us the option. So the cat has been selected. And when the game starts, and remember normally says the game started?
Green flag is clicked. It's just a picture of a flag. But it's
Okay,
green.
so when we click something or when we do something,
It's an event.
it's an event.
Yes.
Like tidying bedrooms.
I move things around. I was so tidying.
Brilliant. Okay, so we'll go to our event screen.
And it's right at the top.
Yeah, when the green flag is clicked. So I'm going to drag that in. Oh, the motion blocks isn't there. If you don't see the motion block,
It won't let you see that because you have to be selected on the cat to be able to see the motion.
yeah, absolutely right. So if you can't see any motion blocks, it may be you just haven't selected the cat. So within your sprites panel, click on your skiing cat, and then you should be able to see all of the options. Okay. In this case, we want when the green flag is clicked, we need to put him in the right position. Now, I don't know. That's right, Brandon. A lot of charts will have an x-axis and a y-axis.
Yeah.
Now, do you know which one y is?
It's the one going up.
Yeah, and down. And what about x?
It's the one going across.
Yeah, on the horizon. So we need to move him up the top, which and also center him. Okay. So therefore, we need to move his x position.
Yeah.
And
the Y
the y position. So how do we move him? Which one of these do you think means move him?
Would it be motion?
Yeah, I think so.
And it would be go to X and then.
Yes, so we've got to find that now. Now, I was able to make this bigger because some people asked for it. So if I do that, as I drag it, hopefully it'll become larger as well. So I've clicked on motion on the top left, this circle, and this gives us all the options to make things, well, move. Yeah?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. The fifth one down, the fifth from the top, says go to X.
And then there's a white space.
Yep, and there's some numbers. So I'm just going to drag that. Oh, you can even see it from where I am. Look at that.
That's
huge.
big.
Right, nice and clear. Yep. And I'm going to attach it.
Yep. Bit like a jigsaw.
Like a jigsaw. That's right. Well, that's how we know they fit and work together.
Yeah.
Okay. So what we want to do is the X, which is horizontal.
Yeah.
I believe the middle is at 0. Do we want them in the middle?
Yes.
So guess what number we need?
0.
Yeah, that's right. So we're going to say 0. And as we can see, Scratch Cat didn't move. Do you want to know why?
Why?
He's already in the middle.
Oh yeah.
Okay. What about his starting position? We're on quite near the top.
I'm going to go for a random number.
No, you're not. It's written
100.
down there. It's written down. So if I say 50, oops.
101 to 101.
101. Why is the cat not actually? Oh, it's because we haven't clicked the green. Sorry, big pun. Yeah, 100. And I'm going
101.
to click the start button just to double check he's there.
And he's still not. We need him to point in another direction.
Will you wait? But yeah, he's a bit lopsided, isn't he?
Is it?
Okay, let's do that. So how are we going to get him to be facing down the slope? Because at the moment, yeah, he looks like he's
pointing in the right direction.
okay. So what's that?
I think it's also motion.
It is a motion.
In the right.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The 8th one down, point in direction. Yeah. And we can attach them like the blocks again. I'm going to go and press the green button. Ah, he's moved. So now he's right in the middle, pretty near the top, and he's facing the right way. So I'm going to give everybody just a second to catch up with that one. So if you can press the, have a go making your code blocks look the same, and when you're ready, click the green flag, and hopefully he'll end up in the same position as mine is. Right, so We practiced this yesterday, didn't we?
Yes.
I say we, you actually did it all. Because I think I was making dinner.
Yes.
So you may need to help lead this part.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully it won't be too painful. So you tell me what to do. I'm going to move the mouse because I have a funny mouse.
Yep.
Yep. People can see you. Let the good times roll.
Put a roller skate on.
Okay, I think everyone's hopefully caught up by now. So we're going to now move the cat. How are we going to move the cat?
Well, can we do it with the things like left and right and yeah.
The left and right arrow or the cursor? Yeah.
Yes.
So on your keyboard, you should have a left arrow,
Right arrow and a down arrow.
right, we've had a question. How do I get the cat back?
So you go into your sprites, which is down.
Do we actually have that sprite in here?
So
Okay, let's just have a quick look and we'll just see if the cat is in here because the cat may not be. No. The best thing you can do to get the cat back if you've deleted it, I think, is to close the window, re-follow the link, which I will repaste from here. So there's the, oops. There's the link. Yeah, you'll have to close your browser, re-follow the link, and as soon as it loads, you're going to have to remake a background because this, and then add the code because sadly, the cat is not one of the sprites. You have an alternative as well, of course. If you don't mind it being the wrong cat, you could choose a different cat. But I'm afraid there's not a huge amount we can do there. Okay. Sorry, what were we saying? We were going to use the left and right arrows
yeah.
to move the cat to the left,
Mhm.
and then the right arrow to move it.
To the right. Up goes up and then down goes. No.
I don't think we're going to do up and down.
Oh, okay.
Let's just do left and right, at least for now.
Oh yeah, let's just do left and right.
How do we do it?
Oh, you go into events
Why events?
because you can press the left arrow and it.
The cursor on the keyboard.
happens.
Yeah, it's an
Yeah.
event.
It's happening.
Brilliant. Which one was it, sorry? It's
It's
happening.
yes, when something key is pressed. It's the second one.
When the space bar.
Yes, but we will need to change it to let's do left arrow first.
Okay, so the second one down, it says when space key pressed. That's
You're getting old.
I'm not
okay.
getting old.
Sure.
Right. I'm going to bring this in. It says space though,
We want left arrow.
but that says space.
So you press the little
Drop down.
twirly whoops, yes.
The twirly wops, also
Yes.
known as the drop down. Oh my goodness, that's very small. Ah, left arrow is in there.
Yes.
Is that how you did it yesterday?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know.
Mm,
So you want the right arrow, did you say?
Left
Left,
arrow.
sorry. There we are. Okay, so let's just double check. The cat is still selected, of course. And we're saying, and this is brand new block of code, isn't it? Because it's
Yeah.
nothing to do with the start flag being clicked.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So when the left arrow key is pressed, what?
Well, we want him to or her to go left.
Okay, anything else?
And we can change his direction because
What does that mean?
like change the way the sprite's pointing because
Yeah.
instead of just going forward it look a bit like
Yeah.
robotic.
Yep, okay, so which one are we doing first?
Let's do point changing the direction.
Okay, which one's that?
That will be on motion because it's a motion.
Because you're moving right.
Yes.
Got you. Okay, and what
Point in direction.
point in direction? It's the 8th one down.
Ooh, twins.
Twins.
No, 2 8s.
Oh, 2 8s.
It could be twins. I don't know.
Point in direction.
Oh, I know why. Because we've already got it there.
Ah,
That's why.
okay, yeah. So, oh, where was it? Down here, the 8th one, point in direction of 90. Fantastic.
But that's the same as that's when he was.
That's the same as what?
These two are the same because.
So you're saying, oh yes, because
Yes.
look, in our first block we already had point and
19.
direction 19. We're doing the same, which
Yes.
means nothing would happen. At
Exactly.
least nothing would be perceived to happen.
Yes.
So what angle do we want to make this then?
105.
105.
Yes.
Okay,
That
that's
looks
the next one in the
lovely.
list. Or I think I could have just typed. I think typing is probably a bit easier.
They're both okay.
Yeah?
Mhm.
Ah, and as we click on between the two code blocks,
He's dancing.
we can see point and direction just, changes his direction, I guess. Right, so is he now moving?
No, he won't move. He's just going.
Okay, he's just changing direction. So how do we make him move?
Well, we need to change his direction. So
You've done that.
we change the X by
Ah, the X position. So X was on the
bottom.
horizontal.
The horizon.
Horizon. So what we change? Where is? So what we do? How are we doing?
It's motion.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, we'll slow down a bit. Thank you for asking us. Minus 90 for the cat. I think minus 90 would
No, for that one it's just 90.
make him look in the. Yeah, he's upside down. Why would you do that to the cat? He's falling already. Okay.
Game over. Score set to 0.
Yes, and never will it be higher. No, don't say sorry. It's fine. If you have a minus in there, it's okay. I said you can either change the direction by
Typing or doing the fun thing.
yeah, all of those words. Yeah, type in or not. That's brilliant. I like. After this session finishes, I may remake the game with the cat upside down, just because that looks like that could be quite funny.
Oh, that would be hilarious.
It would be good fun. Okay, so I'm hoping everybody's caught up. So let's just quickly refresh what we've done. When the left arrow key is pressed, we've made the cat change its direction, which is a bit like the way it's facing.
We need to make it move.
Yeah, along the
And it's a
x-axis.
motion.
An emotion, right?
Motion, not emotion. Change X by. It should be. You just. Oh no, yeah.
The 10th one down. Look at this, all the way down here. That's a long way down. Now I'm quite lucky because this screen's really quite big, so I don't need to scroll. It may be. I mean, there's a scroll bar in here. Some
Yeah,
people
that
may need to
gives
scroll.
And also, instead of having to press the ones over there, like all the different colours, you can just scroll down and
It goes from colour to colour to colour, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, well done.
But it's a rainbow.
It's not a rainbow.
Yes, it
No, a
is.
rainbow is something that exists outside. What doesn't have to be outside? It's water vapour.
But what
and
about a
light.
picture of a rainbow? It's still a rainbow.
Yep. So we are going to the 10th one down. Change X. Yep.
By 10.
By 10.
Minus 10.
Why not? Well, if we did 10, which direction would it go?
It will go right.
Yes. So because in the middle is 0.
Yeah.
So this way is plus 10, and this side is
Minus 10.
simple as that.
And because we're making go left.
Yeah.
I thought a second ago that was the right arrow. Oh, I don't know. Oh no, we changed that.
Yes, we did.
I'm having an old moment as well.
So we're going to test what we've done so far. So I'm going to press the play button, the flag, whatever it's called. Oh, you're doing that for me. Oh, you're pressing and holding. Ah, so if you press and hold, what happens?
It also goes like that.
Go on.
Oh, I just got
Oh.
rid of him.
Our cat seems to be wanting to escape. In fact, the cat has escaped. Maybe they're not very happy on the ice.
Alert!
I'm going to press the green flag Okay,
like
that
this.
brings them back. So we can press the left once, or,
Just a bit.
well, one at a time, I should say, or we can hold him down. Whee! Off he goes. Good?
Yep.
Okay, so we'll give everybody just a second to have a chance to. What happens if we go right?
Nothing because we haven't programmed it yet. Yeah. Programmed it.
We haven't. Brilliant. Okay,
Let's
so.
program right.
Sorry?
Let's program
We
right.
will do, but we'll give people a hint. So, if anybody wants to have a go now and even get ahead and try and work out what would happen or what you would need to do to make your character, your cat, also move to the right, go ahead. We're going to give everyone just a couple of minutes to catch up, and for those who are already here and wants to proceed, then have a go, but we will do it as well. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Did you struggle with this yesterday at all? Was it not too bad?
That was so long ago, I can't even remember.
So I assume it wasn't too bad at least.
It might have been. It was over 24 hours. 24.
Yeah, well, it probably wasn't that because we did it in
No,
the evening,
yeah,
so it probably
exactly.
20, but
Still 20.
long time, hey?
No, and it's a lot of seconds.
Right, in that case, let's have a go doing the same thing, but this time, move the character to the right.
Yeah.
So what are we doing?
So you need to get. Oh, this is so horrible. I hate it. So fast. So you need to get one of these again.
I don't know what one of these is.
It's one of the when
Where was
something
that?
key is pressed.
Well, let's do it.
Oh, can you please change this? 'Cause I
No,
can't do it.
you tell me where to click.
So it's on events.
Yep.
And then it's second one down.
So we've gone to events, the second one down. This is the space again, isn't it?
Yes, we need to change it to the right arrow.
Okay, so we'll drag where this doesn't attach.
No, it doesn't.
Separate?
It's separate.
Okay, so we can put this anywhere we like. So I'm going to move those things up there like that. All good?
Yep.
So when space is pressed.
Right.
Oh, sorry, what?
It's pressed. The right key. Arrow.
The right key.
Arrow.
Right arrow.
Could have been the right.
Okay. So when the left arrow key pressed.
Hang on. There's a question.
Okay. The what?
There's a question. When I click the left button, it's going to the right of the screen.
Any ideas why that would be? Why would it move to the right and not to the left?
Oh, have you got the you might not have had the minus on. It's got to have. It's minus 10.
Yeah.
So if you've just got 10,
If we
it's going to
double
go
click.
right.
So just here, X needs to be minus 10. And
Yeah.
if it's easier, double click in there and then you can just type the minus symbol
And then
or a dash or a hyphen,
10.
whatever you want to call it. And
a
then
hyphenini
a hyphenini. 10.
minus 10, not just 10.
Okay. So when the right arrow key is pressed, what do we do next?
No, well, we need to change its direction.
How do we do that?
Motion,
Motion.
motion,
Yeah.
top one. And then it needs to point in a different direction.
So this is the 8th one down again.
Yes. But if we make it point into 105, it's just going to go in the same direction thingy.
Yeah, if that says 105,
Yes.
it's going to point that
Yeah.
way.
Would it be minus 105?
Bit tricky for it to be minus. It's a circle, so it's 0 to 360.
Oh yeah.
So if we think about it, do you know the difference between 105 and 90?
60.
No, sorry, 105 and 90.
What do you mean? 15.
15.
Yes.
So if we go the other way,
Yes.
which is 90 take away 15,
Mhm.
do you know that?
What? Oh, 75. Well, I'm
85.
confused.
Oops.
Well, you're being very
Oh.
confusing. Just type it in. There's no way you're going to get it perfect.
No, that's right. 75. Yeah, sorry.
Oh.
Yeah.
You said it was 8?
No, I got confused. I thought I was taken away from 100 for a second. But of course it's 90. Should we see the list clicking? Hey, look at that. So actually, if we click between the two, our cat's dancing.
Or just go.
Oh, you can do it on the keyboard.
Yes.
There we go. Why is
Oh,
he
but
not
it's also
moving to the
coded
right?
that bit, because we haven't coded that bit yet. So you need
Okay.
to do. So it's the 10th one on motion. You can do that.
So we're back to motion.
Yes.
10th one down. There we go.
Yep. Just drag it in, and that should be correct now. Oh,
Why is it 10, not minus 10?
because that's the default number on that.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Right. There we are. Look, with that, we can go right
And left,
and we can go left. Oops, sorry.
right, left. Whee. Bye. Hello again. Goodbye.
Okay,
Hello
so
again.
with that done, everyone else should have a go at testing. So I'm going to start with the green flag, the go button, straight
Yeah.
in the middle. I can go left.
And right.
We can go right. Perfect.
Yeah.
So I think we should give everyone just a second to catch up.
And then we can go on to phase. The next one.
I think the game's done, isn't it?
No,
Why?
because you need obstacles, because it's a little bit near at the moment. It's just drag a cat around the screen. That sounds very wrong.
It doesn't sound particularly nice, does it?
No. Drag your cat around the screen today.
No. Right. Okay, so, Kiara, how many cats do you have? Oh, you may be muted.
I have, there we go. I've got 2, and actually, if I take my screen off, there's one sitting just behind me. Let's have a look.
Do I see the cat?
Oh,
So a girl in my class, she's got like 4 or 5 cats.
Let's bring that over here.
there you go. Sweet thinking.
Aw.
Nice.
Yeah, I like cats.
Yeah, he's good. He's more like a dog. He always hangs out. He always wants to be around. He's not a proper cat.
How fantastic. Okay, so I'm hoping people have had a chance to catch up. Right, next thing, what we're going to do?
We need to add an obstacle.
We do. Now, if you're following along with the tutorial, you'll see a nice Christmas tree.
But we don't
That-
have that.
It doesn't actually exist in the sprite library. So we need to find
A tree.
a tree or something sensible. I think tree's probably a good one. Or you're taking over, are you? Slow down, slow down. People aren't going to see what you're doing.
Oh, what?
That's right.
So,
So,
it's a sprite.
so
So,
what,
it's in here. So choose a sprite. You can just click on it, but you could click on the search.
okay, so hold on.
Something.
So we're adding a new sprite. Yeah.
Mhm.
Are you clicking the cat or are you clicking the magnifying
It
glass?
doesn't really matter because it says the same thing, and it is.
Choose a sprite. Okay, so you then get this screen.
You could look forever and ever, but
What's the easiest way to find a tree then?
search
So you're going to search for
a tree.
tree. Which one's okay? So we have tree 1 or trees. The fact trees seems to be dancing seems to be a lot more fun. So we've selected trees. Yeah?
Yes.
And oh, can you drag it on the screen?
Yeah.
Look at that. Now it doesn't matter where you drag this to for the moment because
Yep.
we will what?
Program it to come up.
Yeah, and change its dancing position as well. However, I'm going to start it over here on the left. Okay, give it a second just to add their own trees. Again, what did we do? For those of if anyone missed it, we hovered over choose a sprite.
Yeah.
We then clicked on That, or we could have done, do you say we could have done the magnifying glass?
Yeah. No. That's a magnifying glass.
Same thing?
Same.
Yep, and instead of scrolling through this huge list, you click in the search box.
And you type
Tree.
Otherwise known as tree.
Yep, and we chose the one called trees. We chose trees because
it looks
there's
like it's dancing.
2 versions.
Yes.
Yes? Yeah, so important we go for the one with the 2 versions, because in a minute,
You shall see why. All
in a
will
minute
be
you shall see
revealed.
why. It's clearly a secret.
All will be.
Ready to connect with the code?
That's weird. On the camera, it looks like I'm touching you, but I'm not. See?
So,
Now I am.
what we now need to do is,
Well, we need to make
Wait.
it appear again so it actually becomes an obstacle.
well, this is it. It needs to start at the bottom,
And then go
move
up,
to the top,
up,
like
and
animate or
then
glide,
glide.
and then repeat, and then repeat, because I assume we don't want just one obstacle for the entire game.
No.
Later on, we'll worry about its positioning, but for
Okay.
now, let's just worry about getting the tree from the bottom to the top and repeating, because that seems like the smallest thing we
Yeah.
can do. And when you're developing code, it's really important you always try and do kind of one thing at a time. Because if you try and change its position on the X and the Y axis and get it to loop as well, whilst making it glide, whilst making it hide when it's off screen and reshow when it's at the bottom, you're going to get lost.
Yeah.
We're already going to do quite a lot of things here anyway. So, with our new sprite selected,
Yeah.
yeah,
It definitely needs to be selected.
it does, yeah. So our new sprite is selected, the one called trees. We are going to get this to always run in the background.
Yeah.
But that means, when does it start? It starts when the green flag is clicked.
So that's an eventing.
Yeah, another event. And we will drag on when the green flag is clicked. So a lot of this game kind of happens at the point of clicking. Yep,
It's a clicker game.
it's not, it's a cat. Okay, then we're going to go into the fact that this tree is going to move from the top, and then we want another one, and then we want another, and another, and another, and another. You can hear I'm getting quite repetitive.
Yes.
Yeah. And that's what we want. We want it to repeat in this. We want it to repeat forever. And this is normally,
Is that a forever loop?
it is a loop.
Yeah.
It's not. It kind of is a forever loop.
It's called.
And it is
forever.
called forever within Scratch. All programmers will probably know what a loop is.
Yes.
Yep. And they're different types. But for now, we're going to find the forever loop. Now, how do we? What are we going to use?
Control, or it's
It
literally,
is a control.
but it's just down there. See, you can
It is on the same screen, yeah, but I'm going to click on control because I don't know if everyone's got the same
Yes.
resolution. So on the left-hand side, let's click on control, and we are looking for
The forever third one down.
the which one?
Third one down.
Third one. That one.
Yes.
Forever.
And ever.
That's right. And we're going to drag that in here. So there's a third one down under control. And let's dock it. Perfect.
Perfect.
Okay, so at the moment, when the green flag is ticked, even though we won't see anything, the code will actually do this thing forever. Do you know what this thing is currently?
It's just empty.
Yeah, and it's actually doing that. So even though it's got nothing to do, it's still constantly doing nothing.
Quite a nice job, isn't it?
So what do we have to do with our tree? We are going to need, what's the first thing we need to do?
Well, we need it to go somewhere instead of just being.
Yeah, in the same way our cat, we had to place in the right
Yes.
position. We also need to position
The thingy, which is on motion.
Yeah,
The
we're
tree.
going to position the tree. So we click motion. And it's, which one? Go to X. So the go to X and Y is how we set its starting X position and the Y position.
Yeah.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. The fifth one down. Go to X. And then beside, it also says the Y position. So we're telling it, go to the X position, go to the Y position. They didn't write go to twice because laziness, takes too much space, don't know. So we'll put that in there. So at the moment, if I click on this, does it actually do anything?
No.
No. I think that could be because that's where it currently is. Yeah. It remembered, it had noted where it was. So where do we want it to start? Our X
0.
position. Why 0? Because that's right in the, no. Okay, so 0 is right in the middle.
Then there's
Which-
another one which we also need. So it should be there, and then it can go up a bit by minus 180.
Well, minus, remember, the middle is 0. So minus 180 is
Down.
down.
Ah.
Yeah, so it is minus 180. Click on that. Yeah, there it is.
And then.
So it starts right at the bottom.
There's a tree. Help me.
No good is ever going to come from you.
Yeah.
Okay, let's have a look. If we hit play, why is it not moving? Oh, we haven't told it to move. All we've done is say, go into this position. So at the moment, our forever loop is basically executing that block of code and saying, go to X0, Y180, repeat. You can see the little arrow,
Yeah.
so repeat. Go to X0, Y minus 180, repeat. Go to X0, Y minus.
Even in that voice you're doing?
Even in that voice. And it's not going to stop, which is a bit naff. So the first thing we want to do, actually it's not the first thing, it's the next thing we want to do, is we want to move it from where it is to the top. Okay? So we are going to, do you know how you animate in this? Which means like how to make it look like it's moving?
It glides.
It does, it glides. Glides probably a good choice of term
Gentle
considering
word.
all the ice
Yeah.
and the snow. So within here, there should be the word glide. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th. The 7th one down, we are going to glide. Yeah, so where was that? That was just here. So the 7th one down, glide. Okay, so we are gliding from 0. The X started at 0, ends in 0. Well, the tree's going to move in a straight line, correct? So that's okay,
It should be.
But-
It's minus 180.
which is also its starting place.
Yes, exactly. But we don't want it to just stay there. We want it to move, so it's got to be just 180.
Yeah, so we're going to get rid of the takeaway symbol, the minus symbol. We are going from, okay, let's see what that does. So we're going from minus 180 to plus 180. There we go. Okay, but the trees are kind of constant at the moment, aren't they? So we need to have a weight. Yeah, we want it to wait before it repeats. Because you can't say tree, 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 tree. It needs a bit of
You need
space.
to be firm tree. You say tree, wait.
That's one way. I've never tried to convince tree before anything. We're going to do something different. We are going to control the program and tell it to wait. So where do you think wait option is?
In control, because you're telling it what to do. We're being control freaks.
And the very first one actually says wait 1 second. We're going to put that in.
1 second's good enough for me. I'm not.
Let's see
very
what happens. Ah, can you see a problem?
Yeah.
What's the problem?
Well, that.
Yeah, the tree doesn't actually disappear.
No.
Okay, so we need to make the tree hide.
I think there's actually a block for that. I think it's on looks.
On the looks.
Yeah. There should be a. Oh, it's down there. There's a show and a hide button.
Yeah, the 14th, or was it the 15th? Sorry, the 15th is hide. So we've gone to looks. We're going to scroll down that list. The 14th or the 15th, so quite near the bottom, is hide.
Yeah.
And then what we're going to do is, if we hide after it waits, that's not going to work
No.
because
Do
will
it in
still
between
be-
the line.
yeah.
And, yeah.
So that means starts in this position, glides to this position, and then immediately hide it, and then wait, and then repeat.
Yeah.
So that should be pretty good. Do you think anything's going to go wrong with that? Or is that good?
Let's try and find out.
Any prediction?
It's gonna work.
You think it is?
No, because there's no show button after.
Ah, so yeah, we're going to
It's
hide
gonna
it, and it's going to
hide.
remain hidden. So if we hit play, look, disappears. You can't see it, but did you know it's still actually running that code? Okay, so we're going to also have to show it, aren't we?
Yeah. Which is the 14th one now, I think.
Yeah, it was back to where we were. So there's show. So we're going to drag show.
Have it in between those because then it's a nice pattern.
Yeah, it could have been here, but if it goes here, there's a chance it would show, then move it to its position and then animate. It may not happen, but it may do. So the first thing we want to do...
And also it looks prettier like this. Blue, purple, blue, purple.
Okay.
Oh no, it's orange colour. Blue, purple, orange colour.
Fantastic. Okay. So, what we now need to do, now I'm hoping everybody's caught up and I've gone slow enough to keep people with me, is to quickly just test that. That looks pretty good. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Next is, we would like to change the obstacle each time it iterates within this loop. Iterate means one after the other. In this case, it's each number, each sequential effort or time. So every time it goes around, we need to change costume. So any idea where change costume would be?
Would it be on looks?
I think so. Oh, we're already in looks. Now, in lots of the other times, we've actually told it to switch to the next costume.
Yeah.
But that would mean in here saying, go to costume 2. And then the next time it would go to costume 2.
So you need to either go to costume like A, go to costume B.
And then you need a lot of logic. Thankfully, Scratch has something clever.
It's 1, 2, 3,
It's called-
5th. I think it's 5th.
Yeah, so the 5th one down, the 6th.
Mm-hmm.
6.
6th, is it?
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is next costume.
Oh.
Look at that. So we've gone into looks. We're going to take next costume. And we're going to drag this after show.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now let's change the pattern.
Okay. So actually, I'm just going to demonstrate you don't need to do this, but if I click on costumes, we can see, and this is why we wanted to choose this tree.
And that's why it also looked like it was dancing.
It does look like it's dancing. And I'm sure we could actually copy this.
Mm-hmm. There's a duplicate.
Click on this.
Oh, you can
We'll just
the
change
colour.
that. And I wonder if it will give us 3 trees. Should we try it?
Yeah.
So normal tree. Second, oh, that was it, wasn't it? Ah,
Yeah.
there it was.
That's quite cool.
Yeah.
But it's very... I don't know what I was going to say.
Okay, so we've only got 5 more minutes. So what would be... What the problem with this at the moment is all we have to do is move our cat out the way, and it's forever out the way. We've only got 5 minutes, and I'm a bit worried about trying to go over the variable, to be honest with you.
We could do this as part 2 next week, Dave. We could carry on and finish the game, maybe.
I think that makes sense if people are okay with that. I'm just a bit worried with only 5 minutes to go. If I start this, we may not get particularly far.
We've done that with other sessions. We've split them in 2, so I think that would be okay.
Perfect.
I also think that I know that probably might take a bit longer.
What was that?
You change Sprite's costume to when it crashes.
No, because we need to know where the obstacle is.
Fantastic.
Fantastic. Okay, I know there was still 5 minutes to go, but as that seems to be in fact, I'm just gonna a sensible place to stop. I'm going to suggest that we do stop.
Yeah.
Does that work for you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good call, Dave.
Fantastic. So I hope everybody on the course has enjoyed it. It was fun. There will be a link as always, so you can send your thoughts back, help us improve. It's always appreciated. I think our tree needs to be more purple. There we are. Now at last, something sensible. So let's just see if that's going to automatically change. Yay! Nice purple tree.
Shouldn't you sign in to save this rather than having to do it all again?
I think I'm going to have to do it all again. I forgot to actually create the account. So that's the only problem. So next week, we will look for part 2. If you're able to save, please do. If you're not able to do that,
never close the browser.
Yeah, don't close the browser all week. Or more realistically, I will leave some code up at the end of this session on the screen. And that will show you the code we've got so far. But even better,
if you want to save it, you've got to have an account.
Yes, that's the problem. What I'm going to do, how do you get to save it? Yeah. So Kiara, thankfully, has already shared the link. So if you don't have an account and your parents are okay with you having an account or guardians, please talk to them, ask them to help you set the account up. And then if you can re-go through up until and including change the obstacle. That would be good because we got up to the point where we're going to add the random obstacle, but we haven't done that yet. And then next week, hopefully we can go from there. If there's any other questions, please leave them now. We will, even though our screens are likely to be off, we'll be around for another 5 minutes or so, although we will be muted. If there are more questions, please ask. Other than that, say thank you to Kiara for helping out.
Thank you, Kiara.
You're welcome. Thank you very much, both of you. That was great.
Excellent. All right, guys, thank you so much. I'm going to find the code for you, leave it on the screen, and hopefully we will see you next time.
Yay!
All right, then, all. Bye-bye.
Bye.